This is part 1 of our lesson on rational exponents. So in this part, we are going to talk about evaluating radicals. So a radical is just a fancy word for a root, like a square root. And what we're going to do is start by looking at the fourth root of 16. So normally when we do a square root, there isn't a number here, but what this shows is instead of looking for a number squared that gave us 16, we are looking for a number to the power of 4 that gave us 16. So on your calculator, you should have the ability to calculate the fourth root of 16. You just have to find the right buttons on your calculator. So I'm going to show you two different ones. On this one, it doesn't really matter what type of calculator you have. Your root should be the second function of the button that you use for exponents. So for exponents, I do y to the power of x. So for me to do roots, I would do second function and then my y to the power of x button. So if I want to do the fourth root of 16, I would start by putting in the number first. I would do 16 and then shift and then my exponent button. And then I put in the 4 because we're doing the fourth root, and that equals 2. So if I check, 2 to the power of 4 equals 16. So the fourth root of 16 is 2. Now I'm going to show you a different calculator. This is one where you see what you type in on the screen. So if I typed in 2 times 2, it actually shows up. So on this type of calculator, you have to put the 4 in first. So I would say we're doing the fourth root, so I would do 4, and then I would do second and my exponent button. On this one, my exponent button is the caret, so the little up arrow. And you'll notice that the root showed up, and then I would put in 16 equals, and I also got 2. So on both of those calculators, I did it by using the second function of my exponent button. Okay? So either way equals 2. We have 5 examples we are going to do on our calculator just to make sure we know how to do it. So I'm going to start with the square root of 25. Now your calculator has a regular square root button. So that's what I'm going to use on this one. I'm going to put in my 25, and then I'm going to do the square root of 25, which is 5. For the next one, I have the third root of 1,000. So I'm going to take my calculator. Now this calculator where I don't see what I type in, I have to put the 1,000 in first. So I would do 1,000 first, and then second my exponent button, and then the 3 equals, and the answer is 10. If I use the other calculator, I would put the 3 in first, then second, then my exponent button, and then 1,000 equals, and I still get 10. Okay? All right, up next we have the fifth root of 32. So I am going to do 32 on this calculator, then second exponent, oops, wrong button, 32, second, then my exponent button, and 5 equals, and I got 2. 2 to the power of 5 is 32. If I was using this calculator, I would put the 5 first, then second, then exponent, then 32 equals, and I got 2. All right, the fourth root of 25. I'm going to start with my 25, second, exponent, 4, and this time I get a decimal. So I got 2.236067978. So what I'm going to do is try to round that to 2 decimal places. So I would like 2.23. I'm going to look at the next number. It's a 6. So since that's more than halfway up, we're going to round this up to 2.24. So this is approximately 2.24. And then for the last one, I'm going to use the other calculator. So for this one, if I do the fifth root of 1002, I would put my 5 in first, second my exponent button, and then 1002 equals, and I get another decimal. So this is a 3.982662,862. I would like 2 decimal places. That would be the 9/8. I take a look at the next digit. It's a 2, so that's not enough to round it up. So this would stay 3.98. Okay, and that was our first part on calculating radicals. I will see you in the second part to learn a little bit more about rational exponents.